Hey, I'm Peter. Welcome to the My Cabin by Prefab Pads factory. Why don't you come in and take a tour? So welcome into the office of the factory. This is where you as the potential customer will start your journey with us. We'll meet, we'll talk through the finishes, everything from flooring to your shower finish. Hey, if we're talking saunas, we can talk about sauna material. Interior paneling, wood paneling, exterior wood siding, all the things that are going to go in to make it your cabin. So now let's go out on the factory floor and see what it's all about. All right, so welcome into the factory floor. This is where we are going to start the process of producing your cabin. So where I'm standing here is a cleared out space for one of our large Mila long units. This is the 456 square foot true ground floor 1-bedroom unit. We have got a stack of our lumber along with some other massive beams and what we call LVLs to put together this unit. So that process is going to start here. And typically that's 2, maybe 3 guys. Framing is really a 3-4 day process, rather quick. If we're talking some of our smaller models, we may be doing it in 1 to 2 days. So if we do want to look at what that frame is going to look like, especially on our big unit, this is where it ends up. So framing is going to consist of obviously the structure, but our zip sheathing on the outside of that, which is our moisture control layer. We then put what's called Corex strips as our battens on the exterior that will drain water behind our vertical wood siding. So with your cabin, you're not going to have to worry about rotting or anything happening with moisture control in the cabin. We also run our exteriors with fantastic product from Thermery, which is a black spruce, and that's thermally modified so that you don't have sugars and moisture in the wood where bugs will get into it or it'll rot. So fantastic products inside and out. But if we're looking at a frame right now, and I apologize for the mess, we're in the midst of a lot of production right now and some client orders, but what you're seeing here is a big area for glass, living room. You've got your loft up there, which is great for storage or maybe like a kid's bed. And then under that loft is a full 1 bathroom. So shower, toilet, sink, actually quite a spacious bathroom. Behind that is your bedroom. 11 by 10, fits a queen or a king mattress. So everything you need in one small package. Originally, as a small family business, we were looking at starting our own boutique resort. Think 8 to 10 cabins on 20, 30 acres of forest or lake land. And we really like the idea of prefab or modular units due to their speed of production and getting the resort started, and went down that road for a long time, but we realized the units we liked in the prefab world seemed to be in Europe. So what we kind of pivoted towards, which seemed crazy at the time, was our other business partner, my father-in-law and her dad. He came from manufacturing and he said, why don't we build these ourselves? I grew up in a family, a builder, interior designer in Northern Michigan, and you kind of could see it, and then we just kept going down that road, and we found a space. We decided to partner with one of the brands in Europe that we really liked, and we found My Cabin in a Dwell article and started talking to them, and they wanted a US presence. So we started the company called Prefab Pads, which is a manufacturer of prefab cabins. What we do is we focus on the My Cabin brand that is out of Latvia, and we are the North America production for that. So that's been the focus. We're about a year in, and we've kind of gone through the early growing pains of manufacturing and building, and now we're really into full production and starting to hit really good production times and taking on a lot of projects.
Yeah, and we cover all of North America, so Canada and US. So these homes can be used for an ADU, so the back of your own house. They could be a rental property just on a perfect, beautiful piece of land. We just had our first rental unit up in the Catskills of New York. We also are looking at doing more hotel projects. So we've now started doing one of our biggest hotel project in Stowe, Vermont for 9 units for our biggest Mila Long units. Just they're expanding their property, but also if you're thinking about a golf resort, cabins on a golf resort to stay there for overnight boys trips, or a wine resort that you want to stay at the winery, all different areas that you can use them for. When we first got started, I would say most of the cabins were used for backyard offices. Kind of coming off of COVID, that was like the biggest use that people were seeing. But it's been really kind of all walks of life that have been wanting these and seeing them on their property.
Why don't we walk through a near complete unit? So this is one of 9 big units that are going to a hotel in Stowe, Vermont, which is a really exciting project. We did have some modifications to do for a hotel in a volume order like that, but it will show you a lot of the finishes that we have. So as I said, we have the black spruce exterior from Thermary, vertical paneling run all throughout, and custom to this unit is a slider in the front, but typically we use just a big pane of glass and then an operable window right next to it. So more uninterrupted glass, but come on in. So we're about 95% complete with this unit, about to ship out in a couple of days. And so the team's hard at work here. But what you can see in this is we're running interior individual cedar paneling with a whitewash on it to give it a nice rustic cabin feel. On these units, they chose a luxury vinyl plank flooring for durability and waterproof, but we do different styles of flooring as well. And coming through, we have sort of a modified version of our kitchen cabinetry. Typically, we're gonna run a peninsula here as well to add more storage, but we've got some cool stuff, you know, built-in Fisher & Paykel dishwasher. We've got a refrigerator and freezer panel ready, Kohler fixtures. We've got quartz on the countertop and backsplash. The cabinetry, you know, the countertops, fixtures, those are all things we love to talk to you about and figure out what you want in your cabin. So we've got electric heated floors. It's the Dietra model from Schluter. Again, apologize for the mess in here, but this is a bathroom in the works. So if we step in, we are about to install a floating vanity here, shower here, and then we put a piece of glass in there, so it's full walk-in shower. And then we're installing our floating Toto toilet here. So all of this also pocket door here. And I'll walk into the bedroom. Pocket door here to maximize space. And then here's the bedroom space. So we worked on cabinetry for the client, sconces for each side of the bed, and yeah, that's the space. There's a lot accomplished in a small footprint. Why don't you follow me out of the unit, and then we'll go take a look at some of the other things we're doing in the factory.
A lot of things that we've heard is that clients, one, maybe need a bigger square footage on their property to hit requirements for permitting. So we have been looking at doing connecting units. We don't do connection on site, but that is something simple that we can work with your GC to make sure that we understand where you want your hallways to be connected, or maybe an outside area. You can build decking around it to have this like beautiful view of your nature, or maybe a lake or an ocean or anything that you're looking to basically have your view. But the other thing we really fell in love with this product is that we saw so many other great companies with prefab or tiny homes, but we really just love the aesthetic of this feel. It's a little different than some of the other items or the other cabins that you see today. It is more higher end. You know, it's not the cheapest product on the market, but it's not the most expensive, and we feel we fit right in the middle. We have good quality products that we use, good quality wood, finishes. So that's something that really stood out to us, and I feel that our clients really love, and that's why they've been coming towards us.
Yeah, and I think just on top of that is also the flexibility and what we can do to make sure that this suits a lot of different areas of the country in Canada. Being able to design for high snow loads, good wind loads. While we're not hurricane rated, we can accommodate most of the country in terms of wind and snow. We also have extremely high insulation rates with the close-cell spray foam we use, and so it's a tremendous product for year-round use in harsh climates. Some of the other projects we have in production right now do consist of these framed units, but one really cool thing is we've got our sauna over here. So as mentioned, everything is the same width and height, but that is the shortest unit to make what's actually quite a large sauna. So within this unit, we've got a little built-in deck. Above that deck is going to be some lights built in, shining down on it. And then we have a glass door walking into a beautiful sauna space, floating benches. We've got a sauna paneling and wood floor from Thermery, the same company that provides our exterior. So this is going to be a tremendous sauna that matches the other units and complements them. Another unit in production that we haven't discussed is another size of product. This is the Mila Unit, and this is the same 12 feet wide and 13 feet high, but this is 22.5 feet long, which the long unit we walked through is 38 feet long. So it's the next step down in size. Previously, this was our largest unit. It's kind of a loft and studio with a kitchen and full bathroom. So within that, the cool thing with this unit is the living space is on two sides, almost all glass. So you've got big views and big views on that side. In terms of just a cool little getaway sleeping pod in the woods, this is about as cool as it gets. So once they've hit the final stage of finishing, we bring those lifts over and we lift the unit very high. So we lift it way off the ground. What's called a lowboy truck will then back through our drive-in door, actually back under the unit, and then we set it down onto that truck, and it heads out the door to your property. We fully shrink wrap the entire thing, protect everything, tape off the cabinets, secure everything inside, and make sure that it is going to get down the road just fine to your property. What's next for Prefab Pads and the My Cabin brand? What we're really looking to do here is, we are a year in. We've had a really great year in terms of getting production going, but it's been rather basic in terms of how we do construct the cabins. We are getting faster and faster at what we do, but we can only get better through things like automation, machinery, all the things that once you do establish the company and the business, we can start to add over time. Once we do start doing that within our original factory here, which we have about 28,000 square feet of factory space, we do want to look at other locations throughout North America. And the goal there being, one, we can do a lot more projects at once in different locations, and two, reducing shipping costs. So kind of being strategic with, hopefully maybe getting out west or southeast, and being able to make this delivery a lot easier to different parts of the country.
Yeah, and over time, we definitely want to look into maybe newer models. Like I said, some areas have minimum square footage, so maybe making something bigger, maybe kind of different layouts. There's definitely things that we've heard from clients that maybe in the long run, we kind of want to hone in on. One of the other big things is sustainability. We've heard about like solar panels, looking more into that. That's something we'd love to kind of lean into, especially as our future we grow and maybe we are looking more into California, there's definitely different avenues that we'd like to move forward with.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to be the mass production type of facility. We want this to be a true lifestyle brand, things that people really can connect with that feel very handmade and custom to them, while also maintaining quality, manufacturing practices with a product. But we do want these to be a product that people feel connected to and feel like it was made for them. And so while we do want to increase our capabilities in production, we're always going to have that hands-on touch to everything. So I just want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video and checking out our operations at Prefab Pads and the My Cabin product that we're putting together. I hope you find it very interesting and something that you can imagine yourself in. We're here for questions or anything you want to talk about in terms of potential projects and anything you want to know about the units. But I think if you want to find out more.
Yeah, if you want to find out more, first of all, come visit our factory. We are open to customer visits all the time. We're located in Waukegan, Illinois, about an hour from Chicago. But if you want to email me with any questions, it's info, I-N-F-O, @prefabpads.co, not .com. That can always be mistaken. We're also on Instagram at Prefab Pads, Facebook, LinkedIn. So please come visit us. And also our website is www.mycabin.us. Thank you.